Are you sure?
Sure of what?
Are you sure that was the stupidest thing? Are you sure that's the stupid thing for you to do? Probably not supposed to stream.
You don't want me to stream? I won't stream it if you want me to.
No, you could stream it. I'm just a little embarrassed. It's okay.
Don't be. Can I say
I'm
something
gonna
really quick?
embarrass. Yeah, sure.
You know how when you started writing, I said, I bet by the time I'm reading it, it'll be top 100.
I think you did say that. Yes.
You're number 2 in Poppy Playtime. Number 2, just to like really set that in cement. That is the second
Damn,
most popular thing on the entirety of this site in Poppy Playtime.
damn, I still got it.
Cause me, hell yes, I got it. All right, inspire the I Am Alive animation. Let's watch the I Am Alive animation.
You can show it on the screen if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm not sharing it, am I? Let me do that.
No.
Why don't I? Ooh, that's not what I want you to do.
I'm not even sure if you want to put music up.
Yeah, I'll put some music on in the background. What's the
Probably
vibe for
nothing.
this?
Well, it's not scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's not scary-ish, but it's also not very, very. Let's say it's more a little sad, but also uplifting, like bittersweet.
Okay, bittersweet is a good word. Bittersweet. No, it means bittersweet. Go. Boom. It's the right. There we go. Let me watch this thing first, and then we'll do that.
Oh yeah, I'm alive. I forgot about it. Yeah, that is what inspired me
Beautiful.
to
Let's see
make
the
this.
inspiration.
Okay.
Hey, who wants to go run in a stream? What the f? No! I want to be alive! I am alive! Alive, I tell you! Mother, I love you! I want to hold you! I want to run in a stream! I want to be alive! I am alive! Alive, I tell you! Mother, I love you! I want to hold you! I want to run in a stream! I am alive! I want to be alive! I am alive! Alive, I tell you! Mother, by passing over, I hold you! I want to run in a stream! I want to be alive! I am alive! Alive, I tell you! Mother, I love
This animation is pretty
Oh,
cool.
goddamn. God damn. Alright, so that's their inspiration.
That is.
Alright. So I'm alive. The reader's status will be referred to as Doctor. Last name. Ah, I forgot that. I don't even need to read it. I already am on top of things. Reader's general neutral.
Yes, you
MD
are.
means mum or dad. As long as it's not exist just yet, I have plans for her. However, every other monster I've wanted to possibly part of the story. Strong language, blood, gore, mention of detail, experimentation of death and body horror.
It can't be it can't be a creepy Dolly story without any
No,
of
it
that.
cannot. A bittersweet story written by Creepy Dolly cannot be a story at all without strong language, blood, gore, mentions of detail, experimentation, death, and body horror. That's a classic story. Some bits of the video will have small snippets of videos and reports that will be redacted. Redacted text will be important that we see. Okay, next part. So there are 4 or 5 parts at the moment. Chapters.
There is 4 parts.
4.
I'm still working on chapter 5.
Beautiful. Chapter 1. How did I get here? Alright. It all started with a diploma and a hat being tossed in the air after a big college graduation. You've worked for many years at college, and short end. Let me turn this down a little bit. What am I up to? Worked for many years at college and short dead-end jobs to be where you are today. And you wish you could have settled with a different form of study. The moment you graduate, a company reach out to you for a job, desperately wanting you to join the company and help them with some things. The company was a toy making company in the name of Playtime Co. You had first declined, as you're not a mechanic and don't have any kind of worth to a company due to your skill set. You're an aspiring scientist. What would a toy company want from a scientist? However, as the company insisted and was willing to pay you handsomely by your works, as long as you sign a large contract, of course you weren't stupid. You did read through it and try to find traces of the fine print. You must never tell a soul of what you or any person will do at the company. Failing to comply to these terms will result in immediate termination. If a case that results in injury, you will be immediately compensated or terminated if you cause injury to other staff. Compensated if you cause injury to other staff. Damn. Is that compensated if you're injured or compensated if you injure the other staff?
If whatever happens, if you are the only one that got injured and it was a complete accident, you would be compensated. But if you caused the accident and hurt a bunch of people in the process, you will be terminated.
Awesome. That's what I thought. Awesome. Cool. Is what most stood out to you. Of course, the last line was a little strange, but the other ones are typical in a professional contract. Then after skimming through the last few words before you sign, you see the last ones that seem strange. By signing this contract, you will be working for 5 years in the company before you're able to leave the company for bigger opportunities. 5 years? Why specifically 5 years? Normally it'd be a few months or a year, but 5 is kinda a big step. Excuse me. You'll be stuck at this job for a long time. It took a moment to weigh the pros and cons of this opportunity. The pros are you are a really good amount of money per week, have the money to afford an apartment, and get yourself out of college debt, health insurance, and paid vacation days. However, the cons are you could get stuck in a job that you hate for 5 years, long hours, possibly do something that you're not qualified for, and lots of accidents happen in a factory. So this is just a completely off-topic thing. You should make it like choose your own adventure story, Dolly, and like each chapter will be like different choices. Anyways, sorry. I did kind of
attempt that once, and it did not turn out good.
Okay, sure. I was just thinking like, oh, the pros and cons. I was like, oh, what if like I had the choice if I went to the company or not? That'd be cool. Anyways, both seem even in their own right, but then again, you don't have much to lose. Maybe it won't be so bad. It's a toy factory after all. You'll be able to see what happens when a factory makes many old beloved toys of your childhood, or new toys for many children around the world. Yeah, how bad could it be? Sorry, someone's texting me. 2 seconds.
It's okay.
Oh wait a minute, Rumble. Oh wait, no. Okay, sorry. Both seem...
It's okay.
Oh, sorry, I did that bit. You wrote your full name on the contract. The moment the ink stains the paper, it almost
No.
feels... Oh, what have I...
Ben.
Yeah.
You it's right after the cons. You missed a paragraph.
No, because it was the... I'd read this one.
Both seem even in their own right. You didn't read that.
Oh, didn't I? Sorry, both seem in their own right, but then again, you don't have much to lose. Maybe it won't be so bad. I swear I read this. It's True Factor after all. You'll be able to see what happens when a factory makes many old beloved toys of your childhood. New toys for many children around the world. Yeah, how bad can it be? Did I read that in my head?
You might have, and I just spaced out, but
I might have read that in my head and not read that out loud. Sorry.
you might have, and I just spaced out. You'll find out when you'll find out. You'll find out.
That's alright. Now, you wrote your full name... No, Gab, I'm not joining your party right now. You wrote your full name on the contract. The moment the ink stains the paper, it almost feels like you sold your own soul to the devil. But you assumed it was just your nerves. So with the handshake and a date set, you are now a part of the Playtime Co. and will start soon. That was 3 months ago. Now you realized what these people really needed for you for, sorry. This place is hell. Those kids, good lord, those poor kids. They needed you to help with experimentation, indoctrination, and twisting the laws of nature on poor orphan children. You don't know what the doctors do to them, but the thought of it makes you sick to the stomach. Like you haven't eaten like you've eaten the nastiest food in the world, but you did see the results. Children are no longer human, but twisted to giant toys. We're scared, angry, confused, and in so much pain. You never specifically interacted with the giant toys yet, but you know what they can do, and they are very hostile to all the staff. Lord knows that you wanted to stop, to document what happens here, to leave by trying to get yourself fired so you can show the press what horrible stuff that's happened here. But after what happened to Redacted, ooh, I like that, who had already beaten you to that idea, you realize that getting fired means death by, well, toy monster. So you're forced to work until you either die by experiment or die by being fired. Tomorrow, you have to perform a few tests on the latest experiment, Huggy Wuggy, as you crush the last person who performed tests on him, which means you'll have to be face to face with a bloodthirsty beast that is 20 times bigger than you and has the strength of 50 men in a room. For every scientist to watch your demise through a thick glass wall. May whatever God that can hear your prayers help you. Ooh, I like that. Oh, here we go. Greetings, valued Playtime Co. employee. Please enter your name, password to begin. Dr. I'm not going to expose my name. I'm going to be Dr. Ben. I don't fucking know.
Just say Ben. It's fine.
I'm Ben. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did you have a password in mind or just click asterisk?
I just clicked asterisk.
Instead, that'd be cool if it was like a... Anyways. Logging in. Hello, Dr. Ben. How can I be able to assist? Open security footage, redacted 1. Oof, I like these redacteds. Cannot open security footage, redacted 1. Is you not authorized to open this file? Ooh. I'm sure you don't want to log out. Logging out. Greetings, valued blah blah blah. Sorry, greetings, valued Playtime Co. employee. Please enter your name and password to log in. What? Username Eddie MN Ritterman. Password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I only 8 that password. Logging in. Hello, Mr. Ritterman. How can I help assist? Open security footage redacted. Opening redacted. Okay, music, shut up. Oh, it's Boxy Boo. Oh my god!
That was one of the introduction videos to, Playtime.
God damn.
Project Playtime.
Well, shit. It screwed me. Alright, next part. Like the, that's in there, I don't know, what's the word? The fucking, into, whatever. It's cool, I like that the video's there.
The login and stuff like
Yeah, the
that.
login
Yeah.
and like the video and then the redacted, I love the redacted.
Thank you.
Alright. They all have red eyes except for Kissy Missy. Interesting. Chapter 2, the testing chambers. You stand at a now empty game station. The children that were spared had left this hellish place for the day, while the rest that's not so lucky had been sent to the play care, where they are to stay until their return to become part of this hellish place. The train at the center of the game station sits there and it's at the tracks. It's shiny, like it was freshly painted and polished after a messy accident. Oof. Fucking illusion, love that. And the door is opened, inviting you and many other personnel inside. You sigh, wanting to just wish you could have a heart attack right here and now. That would be a better way to go than any other options this factory can offer. The loud horn of the train shakes you out of your gloomy state, as it's waiting for you to board so it can depart. So you pray to any god that can hear you and board the train. The door shuts firmly behind you, and a loud sound of steam being released cues the motion of the train leaving the game station. You take a seat in silence, listening to many co-workers talk to one another, like it's just a normal day. Like they don't care about the children, or are trapped in heavy denial from the weight of the circumstances. You attempt to take a look out the windows. Of course, there's hardly anything to see outside, just a long tunnel with a light occasionally fly by, like driving by light poles in a highway. Sorry. Eventually, why does it not scroll and then all of a sudden do like this massive scroll? Sorry.
That happens to me sometimes. It's okay.
Poles in a highway. Eventually, at one point or another, you spot a sentence scratched on a wall from what looks to be from something sharp as a knife. You couldn't make out the whole sentence as the train was moving so fast, but you managed to see two words: hour and joy. You turn back around to look at your peers, who are still talking amongst themselves. It seems that no one even noticed the strange writings. You just decide to keep this to yourself. Eventually, the upper management will get rid of it by paint or something. Even you do for some reason say anything. Oh, sorry, if you say anything, gotcha. Maybe if you get hold of security footage, you could be able to read what it says. But you need security access for that. The sound of the train's horn and screeching of the wheels coming to a halt on the tracks, it signals that you have reached your destination. Unfortunately, you're the only one who exits at this stop. So you take a deep breath and exit the train, letting the train waste no time on shutting the door and departs to its next stop, leaving you alone at your destination. Chambers, a series of rooms with thick metal doors to keep whatever is inside each one at bay. You can hear screams and violent thrashing in some rooms, while some is unsettlingly quiet or just full of footsteps that no human can make. Ooh, that's what's his fucking name? Pugapilla? No, PJ Pugapilla.
PJ Pugapillar. Yes.
That no human can make. The very end is a giant testing room. It is where the scientists keep one or two giant toys behind a large thick glass wall. It seems similar to a sound booth, so they can see what makes them tick and to teach each of them how to behave around people. However, one person has to be behind that glass with it for the experiment to work. You are terrified. You're about to be in the same room as a big living toy that has killed many people during this experiment. How can you not be? How can't you be? But you also know that most of these living toys are still kids, even if they don't remember much of being human to begin with. Maybe if you can figure out what the others did that got them killed, you could be able to avoid death and live another day. You show that experiment 1170, or Huggy Wuggy as his toy counterpart is called, is feeling merciful enough today. Oh, Dr. Ben, you're just in time. One doctor greets you as you enter the office-like room, full of machinery and beakers of strange liquids that even you don't know of. A clipboard and a remote is handed to you as you are observing the room as if you had never been here before. You got 10 minutes to memorize this before experiment 1170 wakes up. The same doctor spoke before he walks away from you to do fuck knows what. Before you look at the clipboard at your hands, you look at the wall of glass to your right. A large creature of blue, slightly dirty fur sits at the corner in a peaceful slumber with its back facing the glass. A purple-like gas floating in wisps of the swirl inside. Ooh. A strong form of sleeping gas, you assume. An employee turns a valve by the door, turns off the gas, meaning your 10 minutes starts. You take a look at the clipboard that is full of papers and notes written in chicken scratch. Experiment 1170, Huggy Wuggy. Subject blank. Oops. The subject name looks marked out with a black sharpie, like the subject's name is unknown or classified. The subject has recently grown more aggressive and deadly after past incidents. Experiment 1170, a pawn relocating must be exposed to poppy gas to prevent breach. Subject must be able to give hugs with a smile, and should not give people any aggression whatsoever. Feel safe to have installed a shock mechanism in the subject's bow tie to use when the subject does something wrong or shows aggressive behavior. Subject tends to bite and squeeze as too hard for any human to stand. It is highly recommended to keep the remote strapped to your hand at all times, or leads to serious consequences. Is mostly the gist of the legal document. The notes give small bits of information on how to work the remote and how to firmly strap it to your hand and wrist. However, the rest are almost hard to read properly. But from what you could read, there seemed unnecessary bits that the main document didn't have, like it needed updates, but no one bothered to remake the document right. You then take a few moments to strap the remote firmly to your own hand and wrist, taking your time as even the instructions are hard to read but more legible than the other notes. Scroll. Can I just do this? The moment you finish touching the remote to your hand, you turn to the glass one last time. Huggy Wuggy is now awake. He stands in the room against the same corner he was sleeping in. However, he is not facing the glass, but the door from where you're supposed to enter through. You almost felt your own blood run cold as you heard one doctor speak. Dr. Benjamin, you may now approach the testing chamber to test 1170. Ooh, I like this is back. Greetings, valued Playtime Co. employee. Please enter your name and password to begin. Dr. Eddie M.N. Ritterman. 8-letter password. Logging in. Hello, Mr. Ritterman. How can I be able to assist? Open security footage, train track cam 73. Opening security footage, train track cam 73. An unknown error has occurred. Please retype command or try again later. Open security footage, train track cam 73. Opening security footage, train cam 73. An unknown error has occurred. Please retype command or try again later. You sure you want to log out? Logging out. Interesting. We've got Huggy Wuggy, little cute boy. I like these proportions, these are cute.
It is.
Chapter 3, Experiment 1170. You got comments on this one? Excuse me.
You probably shouldn't read those, though.
What's that?
If you want to look at the comments, probably don't read them
Sure.
yet.
No, I'll do that last. Experiment 3,
Okay.
Experiment 1170. Your nerves are shaken you to your very core, but how close you might be to certain death. Oh, sorry, by how certain close you might. My brain is not working right now.
It's alright, my brain lags too when I read.
I used to be able to. Anyways, let's read. Let's go. Your nerves are shaking you to your very core by how close you might be to certain death as you slowly approach the door that's separating you and the furry toy monster. Your very breath being caught in your throat as the door opens with a heavy squeak. After several moments, as the door was airtight to keep the poppy gas inside and to make sure 1170 does not escape. You can't waste your time. can't waste your time on standing there like a deer in headlights. Pardon me. So with pure adrenaline making you move, you quickly get inside the testing chamber and the door shuts behind you with a silent thunk. Excuse me, as it airlocked itself seal. Sorry, it's airlocked seal. Thunk as it airlocked sealed itself again. Alright.
You okay?
Sorry, my brain just had a seizure. It took a small moment to thank any god that had mercy on you, that you did not get mauled to death the very second you entered the chamber. Subject 1170, or Huggy Wuggy, did not move from its position, but did notice your presence. He stands there like an angry animal, ready to pounce their attacker if they made a sudden move. Watching with an unblinking stare, you glance to your left to see many other scientists on the other side of the glass, prepared to take notes of 1170's behavior. Turn on the poppy gas if needed, and observe your possible death. There's no way you can be able to back out of this even if you tried. No amount of preparation would ever help you for this moment. You slightly tighten the remote strapped in your hand, luckily not pressing any buttons that would give Huggy Wuggy a high voltage shock. Even the remote in your hand is not reassuring that you'll be okay. You glance at the glass one last time, as a doctor gestures to you to continue, not stand there. Very easy for them to say, as their life is not in danger. I did not say that alright.
It's okay.
But you can't delay the inevitable forever. Scroll. So you look at Huggy Wuggy, his fur knotted and worn from small bits of dried blood, like he was never cleaned. His many rows of sharp, shark-like teeth bared, ready to tear off any of your limbs with, and his eyes, the pupils are not even dilated. You remembered that one chicken-scratched note vaguely said that dilated pupils is a sign they are hostile. You also notice that they're not full of murder. Instead, they're filled with fear, panic, and anger. Oh, it's scrolling. Why? You then suddenly have a moment of clarity. He's still just like a kid that has been endlessly hurt and betrayed by many. A terrible, twisted fate that he probably still hasn't comprehended after all this time. You knew you couldn't hurt him with the shock collar. He's been through enough already. Your heart grows heavier and heavier by the realization that you feared something that is just as afraid as you are. It's every right to be murderous and hostile around everyone in this sick and twisted place. You know this next decision will be total suicide for you. But this would be your very fate later on, regardless if you survive here and not as you justified yourself. So you unstrap the remote from your hand and gently place it on the floor, facing up to show the buttons. Huggy Wuggy tenses at your very movement and tries his best to seem standoffish, to intimidate you enough to back away, not at all letting his guard down for you of all people. It's okay, see? I'm not gonna click the button. You spoke in the most kindest and softest voice you can muster, as you slowly moved away from the remote on the floor. You notice that he's breathing fast, like he was at the brink of panic attack, and his eyes are slightly dilated. Ooh, he still has not moved. I know you're scared. You can feel your own hands get a little sweaty as you try and remain calm. But I promise I won't hurt you. You honestly spoke as you slowly sinked to the floor in a sitting position. I won't come any closer, okay? You spoke, failing to hold back the nerves in your voice. You notice the doctors on the other side of the glass, bare, shocked faces and speaking to each other. You can't hear what they're saying, so you also assume they can't hear you either. I know what happened to you is unfair, but I'm here for you, okay? You reassured him. A moment of silence passes by as both of you is in a standstill. Then suddenly, Huggy slowly sinks to the floor with shaky body movement. He's not that much calmer as before. He's not that much calmer as before. He's no longer baring teeth, and his breathing becomes even again. But he still stays in his spot, and visibly shakes like he was in the center of a snowstorm. You assume this is a progress, that he's not threatened enough to attack you or stand in an intimidating way, and is just calm enough to be at a neutral level with you. I'm not all bad, Huggy. I'm here to help you. Oh my god. I'll try to make this right, he promised. Huggy stares at you. He does not say anything, or show any gesture that he cannot comprehend what you said. She still meant it, even if he doesn't understand. Before you were able to speak up again, there was a small squeak sound, like a valve had been turned, and the poppy gas begins to spill through a small vent in the wall. Huggy, in result, started to panic, and make a sound resembling an inhuman speech as he tries to get away from purple, like gas in fear. Wait, stop! You turn to look at the glass wall, attempting to scramble to your feet. You're scaring him! You shouted. They are unable to hear you through the thick glass. You look over at Huggy, who is trying to break through the glass, anger and fear written on his face as he bangs his fist on the glass. Yet no matter how much he tries, the glass won't budge or resemble a crack. You almost panicked, not of what could happen to you this time, but of Huggy possibly hurting himself trying to escape. You cough as the purple-like gas fills your lungs, and a wave of drowsiness washes over you. You notice Huggy's movements slow down, and he slowly sinks to the floor again, falling asleep from the poppy gas. Moments before you also fall asleep by the gas. The valve turns again, the gas slowly clearing away as it's no longer flowing. You were so drowsy and out of it that you did not realize the airlock door opened when the gas was clear enough and a gas mask wearing doctor dragged you out of the chamber. It took you a while to realize the main doctor is lecturing you. Do you have any idea what you're even doing in there? You refused to do your job and wasted everyone's time by sitting in the middle of the floor with no regard for your own life. How unprofessional can you even be? You blocked out the rest of the lecture after that. You think you have done a good thing, but at the same time, not even close. You wonder if you are even able to help like you have promised, but who knows? Maybe if you could play your cards just right, you could save the children, even if their humanity is already lost. Ooh, that's a fucking great line. You have been dismissed for the day, but seeing as Huggy did not kill you just yet, they decided to make you try this experiment again another day. Greetings, valued ProTamco employee. Please enter your full name and password to log in. Username: Eddie M.N. Ridderman. Logging in. Hello, Mr. Ridderman. How can I be able to assist? Open security footage train track cam 73. Cannot open footage camera 73. Sorry, camera 73 has been disabled. Open train wall footage. There is no footage captured. Are you looking for a photo? Open train wall photo. Train wall photo. Ooh. What does it say? The of toy. The something of joy is. The hour of joy is here.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Sorry.
My brother walked in. I'm sorry that it scared the hell out of you again.
Oh my god.
It says the hour of joy is at hand.
Ah, beautiful. The hour of joy is at hand. Can't wait for the next chapter. Hey, look at that. Van B1 is a fan. Chapter 4, Proper Care. After several days, you were once again called to do the test. It's a Huggy, just like before. However, this time you refused the remote. You requested to do the same thing as you'd done before. Of course, some of the doctors are annoyed at your insistence. Almost like you were wasting their time. They don't have any right to be annoyed. It's not only yours, but Huggy's and many other lives at play here. They have the luxury of staying safe behind the glass. You, however, requested to take in some item with you. An unused hairbrush to help with Huggy's mess and dirty fur. As everyone else is too cowardly to do it their damn selves. And you feel Huggy might be a little merciful, like the last time you were here. The doctors allow it, saying it was your funeral by even thinking of approaching Huggy, as you didn't have the nerve last time. You thought, to hell with it. He's just a child that needs help and care, and you for damn sure will give it to him. So with all the confidence you can muster, and hope in your heart that this will end fine, you stood at the door waiting for the airlock seal to open up, so you can enter inside. You took the next few seconds to contemplate what plan you are even trying to pull. You gain Huggy's trust, and then what? There's many others that need you, and you don't think that you would be able to convince the upper management to assign you to test the others after Huggy. Or can you? You couldn't dwell on it any further as the door opens up, inviting you inside. So you walked in, not finding yourself nervous as before. Huggy, however, is the same as before, awake and alert, the same amount of fear in his eyes. His teeth are not bared, and once he realizes your presence, he then sinks to the floor again, copying the very move you did the last time you were in his cell. He seems shaken still, but is less angry, like he's recognized your peaceful gesture from before. Hi, Huggy, you greeted him in the same soft-spoken tone. blinks at you and continues to say nothing. He glances at the hairbrush in your hand. He, however, does not recognize it as a tool to hairbrush, but a weapon to hurt him with. Like he's never had proper care for his fur or anything. You kind of hope the company had the proper decency of even feeding him, and the many other poor experimental children. Huntley suddenly bares his teeth and slightly straightens up in threatened posture, a silent threat for you to not come closer. Whoa, whoa, it's okay, Huggy. I'm not going to hurt you with this. I want to help, remember? You smile, your confidence slightly wavering a little as you're facing an angry Huggy. Look, see? Use the brush on your own hair to show him that it's safe. No pain, you sure? Hoping he can understand what you're trying to say. Just let me come closer, okay? I promise nothing bad will happen. You spoke. You can unpractically feel many eyes on you from the doctors behind the glass. Maybe their presence is not making this any better for you either of you. You thought of asking them to leave, or at least stay out of both your and Huggy's sight. But would they even listen to you? I highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Just like before with the remote, you set the brush down on the floor and turn your back to Huggy, facing the glass wall. You know that they can't hear you through thick glass and reinforced steel walls. You have tried to ask them to leave the line of sight with your hand gestures. You don't know much sign language, but this is all you can manage. The doctors stare at you like you've grown a second head. You practically ask them to leave an experiment unattended that might possibly escape through any means necessary. Try your very best to explain your reasoning, that perhaps making Huggy think that they're gone could help him progress. Constantly being watched by your very tormentors can be hell for anyone. The doctors talk amongst themselves. You assume they are weighing the options and maybe even benefits. So one doctor gives you a nod. They all wandered to the far back of the lab-like room and proceed to stay out of Huggy's line of sight. They are able to still witness the experiment and perhaps make things 10 times more easy. You see Huggy more relaxed now, a sense of relief coming over him. The tormentors are gone in his perspective. He picked up the brush again. Isn't that much better? You smile. And very cautiously take a step forward. Huggy did not move. He didn't even seem angry. You assume that since you haven't hurt him yet, and respected him enough to make the terrible people leave, that he trusts you enough to approach. One foot after the other, you then get arm's lengths away from him and reach your hand out. Let me show you that it won't hurt. You grip the hairbrush tighter in your other hand, a bit afraid that at any moment he could snap. There's still work here after all. He looks at your hand almost confused, not very much understanding what you mean by your words, until he slowly lifts up his hand like he has no bones. And his arm and places his mitten like yellow hand on yours. His movement is still shaky as he hopes he's not making a mistake by trusting you so quickly. That was a good fucking paragraph.
Thank you.
You let out a breath. There was a line in the last chapter that I really liked as well. I can't remember what it is now.
It's okay.
I'll look at it in a sec. You let out a breath, like you've held your own breath for hours, and slowly and carefully start to brush the blue fur on his arm. The tangles and dried blood make it difficult, but not at all painful to the giant toy. Huggy watches your movement, seeing as you have kept to your promise of not hurting him. It takes countless minutes to brush away all the tangles on his arm, eventually his other arm. He refused to let you near his head or the bow tie around his neck that still contains the shock collar. So you gave him the brush. You keep it, okay? He offered, figuring he knows the gist and can do it on his own without the worry of you needing to go near his shock collar. If you end up taking it back, I'll bring you another one. He continued, and for the first time ever, he nodded. Ooh, acknowledging your words like you knew what you were saying now. You did great today, you pridefully spoke, like a parent seeing their child win a blue ribbon at a competition. It's shown incredible progress, and maybe you could be someone he can finally trust in this twisted place. The doctors activated the poppy gas and opened the door again, after Huggy had fallen asleep. You wandered out on your own this time, before assistance helped, almost falling on the floor by how weak you feel. The ring in your ears also did not help, as the doctors who were speaking to you muffled and short-worded. At least it wasn't a loud lecture like last time. When your hearing came back, the main doctor says, I'll have to talk to Mr. Pierre as soon as possible. You'll come back tomorrow and see our newest experiment. See if you're able to make it obey better. He says before walking away. Another experiment? A newer one? What about Huggy? He still needs you. But you can't argue with them either. Let's hope that things will go well tomorrow and the next coming days. Greetings, valued Post-Home Co. employee. Please enter your name and password begin. Eddie M.N. Ritterman. password. Hello, Mr. Ritterman. How can I be able to assist? Open Hug Experiment Reports. Opening Hug Experiment Reports. Please make a selection. Report 1, Report 2, Report 3. Open Report 3. Opening Report 3. Report date. Why is this back? Oh, you guys have it backwards in America. The
Yeah, I'm so
5th, that's okay.
sorry.
I was like, there's
It's,
no 19 months. The 19th of the 5th, 1994. Such experiment 1170, Huggy Wuggy. Dr. Benjamin. 1170 has shown incredible improvement during Dr. Benjamin's care. He has been shown to act less hostile to staff and no longer escapes after the last incident in 1992. Shows maximum obedience and increased intelligence, and after many years is finally able to speak. If Dr. Benjamin keeps this up, I may even ask Mr. Pierre to extend their stay at this company for a few more years. Command, escape incident 12. Oh, I've seen this one, haven't I?
yes, you have. And I also never stated what time period the entire thing is. But
I
the
noticed
report
that.
says that you actually have been here longer because Huggy hasn't spoken yet.
Ah, so it is. I assume that this was afterwards. But
This is
interesting
far afterwards. And also
is
the
before.
video is really important actually.
I've seen this before, but I'll
Do
watch it
you
again.
do you remember Huggy standing outside of a house?
Yeah, this is the one in the forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's around the house. Yeah, that's at the end. Here.
There might be a 50% chance that could be your house in the story.
Oh! Woo! Let's go! I love it. Be the first to comment. Fucking amazing. Can't wait for chapter 5. Loving what is said just as much as what isn't said. Absolutely adore the computer logs segment and the redacted from chapter 1. This is straight fire. I spelled straight wrong.
It's
Straight
okay.
fire and am eager for the rest of the story. You have well deserved being the second most popular story in the Poppy Playtime category. Send. The comment might be offensive. Oh, because it says fucking, doesn't it?
Yeah, you put fucking in the beginning, but it's okay.
There's a line here that I loved. It was this one. Maybe if you play your cards just right, you could save the children even if their humanity is already lost. Fucking, that's my favorite line.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'll write that. Comment it. I can't paste it. Okay. Oops. Try paste it one more time.
Good
Work.
God, I forgot how many stories I've written.
Maybe if you play your cards just right, you could save the children. Even if their humanity is already lost. Oops. God prison sentence. Boom. When's chapter 5 coming out?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've written like half of it, and then as soon as I like fell asleep and waited till the next day, I didn't like it.
okay, sure.
So I might have to rewrite chapter 5.
Damn. I'm keen for it. I'm at the edge of my seat here, Dolly. Oh, Bobicus,
I'm like,
hello. Sorry, I don't have chat isn't appearing on screen for some reason. I'm sorry. Hey, Bobicus, how are you?
"Hello."
Good, that's good to hear. It's good to hear. I was reading The Girl that's on the voice. This is her story, so I'm just giving some feedback. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Can't wait. Look at my Nano story for this year. Fantasy Mecca. What's a Nano? Nah, have I seen this? Hell yeah!
I don't know what that is. I'm
No.
sorry.
Is that like, I don't know what that is. What's the... National Novel Writing Month. Oh! Hell yeah!
Oh,
Oh,
that's actually very
exciting!
nice.
That's fire. Fantasy Mecca? That's sick. Is there any way to read that? I'll give that a read. Maybe not
It
tonight, I've
sounds
got to go eat
nice.
some dinner, but I'd read that.
Oh, is it almost dinner time for you right now?
It's 8 PM and I haven't eaten a single thing today.
Oh no.
I'm starving.
Well, it is almost 5 at my end.
All I have is an outline. Want to see that? Sure. Yeah, it's $5.
I don't know what you mean.
Oops, it's a name drop. 5 pages. Alright, I'm gonna gaze because I'm actually gonna go eat some dinner in a second. But let me have a quick gaze through it. Culture is land cursed by the corpse of God. Ooh, love that. Nothing good can be born with both life and death and tread. Land course an ark, which in golem. Clay and the bestial. Ooh, this sounds sick. Jack is the
Sounds
pilot,
like my kind
fourth
of
son of a
story.
wealthy family, seeing the previous merit on the battlefield. Orcs around the prison and work camp is protecting the more than just fighting skills. Have to work together with the kingdom's most villainous criminals and fearsome rebels to break through the orcish lines and have saved the lives of the guards most hated, but which treacherous the battlefield or his allies. Ooh, I love that.
That sounds really cool.
Believes pilot and respecting, believes the common man is worth trusting and protecting. Oh, sorry, I'll show that. Yeah. Sorry, I was like reading through. I was like mumbling through it because I thought the words were up there, but they are now here. God should land because of course of God, where 20, 30 foot tall golems called animates come from and orcs roam. Ancient civilization resides here. Powerful civilization before the fall. As fourth son of a wealthy family of pilots, wants to prove himself on the battlefield. Squire of the Knights, member of a minority of religion, belief pilots and ability law. Political prisoner, Duke, criminal. I love you got all the characters set out. That's so good. And you've got all the plot points. Scene list. Here we go. There's a guard for a caravan, fort. No, I get the set on this one. Animated set. Oh, he rides a golem. That's sick. Only looks to the Badlands. Animate a rise, printing of the trees, protect scout it, and August piloting it. Oh, you pilot them, rightio. Oh, that's what pilots do, right? They. Okay, that's what a pilot is. Gotcha.
I'd read the hell out of this. This
Sounds
sounds really
good.
cool.
When's this? You say it was in November? Have you got enough time? There's a lot going on here. November draft. Oh, you have to write it in November. Gotcha.
Well, it just turned October, at least for me.
Yeah, it's October 1st here. It's about to hit October 2nd in 4 hours, though. Needs work. Lay down siege. Build a fort. Oh, this sounds sick. What's your name again? Sorry, it was Bobicus. This sounds sick. This is awesome. Oh, when's the final book coming out? I'd read the fuck out of this. This sounds awesome.
You make a full-on novel, I'll buy it.
I'd purchase that shit. This sounds good. Because you're onto something here. Oh, I never put the music back on, did I? Oh well.
No, you turned it off and never turned
I
it back
clicked pause
on
to watch the video at the start and I never watched it. I never
It's
resumed
okay.
it. First draft from another book already done? Hell yeah! Love that. Bobicus, you get where is your stuff readable? Oh, I'm not gonna read it tonight, I admit, because I'm about to go eat some food. But damn, you sound like you got it all fucking under control here. Just in the Google Docs? Fuck yeah. Alright, my guy. Pop off.
Awesome.
Love it. If you come back, Bobicus, when you've got... Like, if you finish off if you do more drafts in that first book, we share the back of books. Yeah, go for it. Back of book. Fuck, hell yeah. Jesus Christ. That would have scared me, but I saw that he followed me before the sound played.
Damn. Damn, I wouldn't do a sneak attack on you.
You always do a sneak attack on me. What are you talking about? Sybil's Mara. Oh, here we go. Here's the...
Hey, I did it earlier and I didn't even try. I just spoke up and it scared the hell out of you.
I'm always so focused, like everything else. Okay, here we go. Sybil is a Mara. Okay, can I pop this chat out? Here we go. Cultist of the malevolent god Mara, and she's just... Is this a Skyrim? She's trying to do the right thing. Sybil worships to escape the Maran plague, which had claimed her parents. Torbio, a charismatic priest, takes her in. She's spread the good word and sees Mara will be done on Torbio's watchful eye. Apprenticing for the enigmatic witch Gwendolyn, she'll uncover the ferocious plague change, navigate the criminal underground, and explore the labyrinth warrens beneath the city of Turnil, all to free the world from Mara's wrath. Oh, that sounds sick! Bobicus, pop off!
Damn, we got a better author than me.
Hey, no, hey, I've never read any Bobicus stuff. It sounds good, but your stuff is good. This could all be smoke and mirrors.
I don't think so, but okay.
Bobicus, if you pop back in when you've got one of these books done, I'll read that. I'll read that shit. That sounds fire. Please let me know when it's finished.
I would love to know too.
Keen. Dolly and I will both read it. Alright, well I'm sorry to end it there guys, but I am starving. I've not eaten for a long time. So,
it's okay, you should have freaking ate. You should have ate earlier though.
I should have eaten a lot earlier, but it's fine. I was busy playing games. And you know, Dolly, I think Baldur's Gate will work probably next time I play with Zach. I think it was just because it was really hot and my computer was overheating.
Yeah, maybe it won't be as hot next time.
Hopefully, because it was 36 today. Or what's that? 95.
Like 96.
90
there.
something today. So it was just like my computer was just
Fahrenheit.
like steaming. But Bobicus and Dolly, I'll catch you both soon. Dolly, I'm gonna work on your embarrassing tier
Oh god.
lists. And
I
I'll
regret this.
no, you don't. No, you don't. It's great. I don't regret you saying this. So Bobicus, I'll catch you later. I'm keen to read one of these books. Dolly, if you're still awake, I'll probably talk to you after dinner. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. You go to sleep. I'm not going to distract you. You go to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Alright.
so long everybody. Dolly loved the Poppy Playtime. I'm keen for the next chapter. And I'll catch
Thank
you on the
you.
flip flop. Bobicus, likewise.
I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. See you guys.